One of my subscribers, Anthea Kim, takes the view that really mental illness doesn't exist, and I'm actually going through what doctors would call a manic phase at the moment. So I want to answer really whether I think I am ill or not. The first thing to say is that at particular times in the past, my illness has given me suicidal tendencies. I've come close to throwing myself under a taxi, so it is an illness in that respect. But how I feel at the moment is I feel very creative. I feel as though I'm thinking very clearly, and it only becomes a problem if I feel that I can see the big picture so well that I want to sit up debating things on the internet all night and not get any sleep. And then I would end up in hospital for what really is sleep deprivation. I would just like a computer that can crash, I would crash because my brain literally would never switch off. The one problem with the human mind is you can't turn it off. Well, turning it off would be a bad thing anyway, because you wouldn't be able to do anything, but you can't turn it down. You can't say, I want my mind to work slower. To do that, you've got to do things like exercise, meditation, breathing, things like that. But yeah, sometimes you just cannot. You get thoughts racing through your head, and it interferes with what you want to do, which might be to read a book. I do think I'm thinking very clearly at the moment. I see that this intense activity that my brain's going through at the moment is a way I just feel so I can see the bigger picture. I can see the future ahead of me. I can see what I'm doing wrong in my life. I sometimes say that my favourite saying is Gandhi, be the change you want to be in the world. I'm not even sure that that's my favourite Gandhi saying, because he also says happiness is when everything you do, everything you say and everything you think is in harmony. And that's absolutely right. If you're leading two lives and people see the best of you but they don't see something really bad, you're going to, well, a lot of people are going to have a severe torment there. You can really get down to asking yourself which is the real me, and you don't want to go there really. Well, it's okay if you come out saying that the good side is you. Well, what about if you think the bad side, that represents your true personality? Just an example really of how in the past I've ended up in hospital, and it has just become, my brain has been thinking too much. In 2002 I was doing a little bit of part-time work, but my mental activity came from two sources. On the New York Times After the War forum, I was spending about 5 hours a day in very high level, very high quality political debate about Iraq. At the same time, the Football World Cup, Soccer World Cup was going on. That should have just been light relief, but instead I was talking about that on the Le Monde forum, so I was writing in French on there. So those two combined, and I was using a lot of brain power up. And one night I went out to the pub and had a very enjoyable evening, just singing and doing karaoke. I came home, and as I put my head on the pillow, I thought of President Bush saying in Israel, I want to see a two-state solution. And I realised that as the war in Iraq was going on, there was probably intense diplomatic activity in Israel, and I saw the parallels between the Northern Ireland peace process and Israel. And at the moment I knew that thought came into my head, I realised I wasn't going to get a single moment's sleep that night. So I just sat up and put some music on, because I was just thinking it through. And so with no sleep, very shortly afterwards I was admitted to a psychiatric unit. Okay.